soothe me if you want to? Can you soothe me? Can you soothe me if you want to? This is going to be a shocker. For those of you who've come in bright and early, I don't know what's going on. I've got what do you call it? This is going to be a shocker, and I'm meant to be doing private streams today as well. You might get an hour out of this one, and then I might just nip over and do one of the. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. Let me just make sure my headphones are sorted out. I'll tell you why. So I desperately tried to get that SUBSTACK finished last night, and I went to sleep at 8 o'clock this morning. 8 o'clock. It was awful. It reminded, that sort of thing takes me back to crack days. I don't like it. I don't get on with it. And people were getting on with their day. The neighbours were out on their balconies starting their day, and I was here like one eye massive, one eye tiny, because I'd take my glasses off and show you the absolute state of my eyes, but I just can't let that amount of light in at the moment. So this could be a disaster. I think I've got some things prepared, which is a shame, because if I had a load of things prepared, I could wing it, But I'm not quite sure what to say. No, I haven't. But thanks, Doc. No worries. Keep the encouragement coming. Why is that page open? What? My God. Hang on a minute. Sorry. I'm just watching YouTube videos. But hang on a minute. I've just seen something that it might actually be worth a look at. Fuck me. I know this doesn't really count as content, but do you remember that plus size model, Tess Holiday? Well, she's ballooned a bit. Do you remember that Tess Holiday? I think she was on the cover of Vogue. Hang on a minute. All right, she was on the cover of Vogue, and no dramas. But I said at the time, this is just marketing, because that it didn't set a new standard. It wasn't like, right, we've now got a plus size model on the cover of Vogue. Oh, look how I'll just kick into it. I think there's something on my glasses. You ain't going to see my eyes. It's not vanity. I just don't want to scare your children. Oh, God, stop it. Stop it. Might as well get a bit of cornflakes off. Yeah, they put this Tess Holiday on the cover of Vogue. Let me see if I can find it for you, and we'll compare the two. Vogue, Tess Holiday. Right, okay, so here we go. That one. Okay. So sorry, it wasn't Vogue, it was the identical magazine, Cosmopolitan. Right, so they put her on the cover. And I remember saying at the time, it was my critique of the situation, that this wasn't a new normal for them. It wasn't like, okay, after 30 or 40 years, probably longer, Vogue's probably been about since the 50s, isn't it? Cosmopolitan, something like that. This is just a one-off. This is literally like, all right, go on then, we'll have a big lady on this one, and then we'll go back to the bulimics that we like to, the gay mafia that runs the fashion industry prefers to have on the magazine covers. And I was absolutely right, of course. Not because I'm extremely clever, but because it was fucking obvious. It was a real kick in the face of plus size women, really. It was like, go on then, out of thousands of magazines, here's your one. Absolutely ridiculous. There you go, Alan. There she blows. We had a ship themed land home with shipmates plank walking video yesterday. Cheers, Alan. Much Arno Caprascia to you're off work today, aren't you? Nice one on that. I'll get the entropy and that sorted out now, actually. But yeah, so they put her on the cover. Look, I'll show it to you while I'm sorting out the entropy, so you can enjoy it. I mean, you know, a lot of men like big women. I know plenty of blokes who like big women. So this isn't me cunting off big women at all. But I'll put that up thus. There you go. So they've done that, and obviously this wasn't the new normal. They're not going to do a variety. They're going to have no disabled people on there. This isn't real inclusivity. It's tokenism. And of course, all the feminists bought it. Were like, oh, this is more like it. And there you go. Notice that she's actually quite pretty as well. You're not going to get your standard working class 20 pizzas a day large lady on Cosmopolitan. And of course, she disappeared. But I've just seen Baring's new video, and it's all kicked off, and she's now calling the fashion industry fat phobic. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. They like to. Well, this is it, Carl. This is what I've just seen on Baring's video. So yeah, that happened. Right, listen. You might get an hour out of me today, and then I'm going to do one of the private streams. I'm probably going to do the hero stream, which is the top ranking one. It's about £7 a month. So what I'll do when I wrap up here, I'll set that stream up, go to my community tab. But if you're a hero, you'll probably get an email. But in case you don't, go to the community tab and you'll see it. Unless you are a hero, you won't see that link. That's how YouTube does it. And I'll probably do that after this stream. But I don't know. We'll get more than an hour out of this. But I am fucking knackered. That's the truth. What am I meant to do? And that fucking news story, SUBSTACK obviously wasn't designed for people with writers of my stature. It's going to be. I'm going to have to divide it into two, but I'll publish them both at the same time because, yeah, there's no cliffhanger. There's no bit where you're going to go, oh, I can't wait for the next one. It's just a block of text. It's 20,000 words when 200 were needed. Anyway, so that's what's probably going to happen. But we'll see how it goes. I might not. But anyway, now have a look at this. So I haven't seen the video, but she's now saying that the fashion industry is fat phobic. My God, Tess, you certainly have put some weight on, darling. And look, I don't give a fuck if that's what she wants to do. That's fine. But let's see what Baring's got to say. We'll have to get past his massive advert. the other rather large thing in Baring's videos is his Nord VPN advert. Let's see what he's got to say. I haven't seen this. I'm chancing it.
Okay, Tess Holiday, the rather hefty plus-size model, has...
Can you hear that? Let me know you can hear that. Ankylosaurus Rex, what is your favourite? I haven't got a favourite meal. I like crab, I like lobster, I like seafood, really, which isn't very English, but, you know, if it had to be traditional English, it would probably be something like shepherd's pie and shepherd's pie. 2 shepherd's pies. Right, could you hear that? Okay, nice one, Alan. Thank you, Mr. MF. Well, look, hang on a minute. Let's not be shitty about this. Come on. This is her choice. This is her choice, and that's all right. But I think she's getting a bit shitty about something else. Let's see.
Has lashed out at the media for sharing photos of her through the lens of their fat-phobic assumptions. Love, I reckon they were just normal lenses, or maybe like wide-angle lenses, or, you know, panoramic lenses, because of the width issue.
So I honestly don't know what a fat phobic lens is. I don't understand it, but here we go.
Feed says, Tess Holliday called out the Daily Mail and the Daily Mirror for publishing unflattering photos of her at Disneyland.
Well, that's you can't have it both ways. Well, that's the end of this. You'll have to go and watch Bearing's video, but that's what she's saying. They showed the version of me that they want the world to see, a person eating and being tired. Well, I'm tired and I'm making do with it. You can't have it both ways, love. You can't be a celebrity model and then, no, you can't take that photo. You're not allowed to take that photo. That's how it works. I mean, for fuck's sake, you see unflattering photos of those Kardashians all the time. Have you seen the Kardashian photo where she's had her ass made to look bigger in post, not in implants that she's had as well, but the door curves around her ass? Let me see if I can find it, actually. It's quite funny. I'm a bit concerned I know how to spell Kardashian. I didn't know what one was a year ago. Kardashian photo door. Maybe that will do it. And maybe it won't do it. Maybe she's employed my friend's business and had it edited out. It's quite funny though. The door moves. Doesn't move, it's bent, it's twisted. Fuck it. This isn't going very well at all. No, can't find it. Move on. Good morning. If you've just joined us, I am knackered. I've had about, let me tell you, what time did I wake up? 4 hours. And that's usually, I can do 4 or 5 hours sleep, but not when I've been writing solidly for 8 hours. No. I need to spend a lot more time in bed. But I have got some things sorted. Let me get the grift on for what it's worth. Hi, all right there. You can become a member. They're the links in the channel. Did I put them in? Maybe they're in there. Let me have a look. Oh, I don't think I did. I didn't. Did not put the links in. Let me put them in now. And then this is going to be a car crash. Talk amongst yourselves. Just chat amongst yourselves. I'll just hang around. Did you see Bill Posey? I've got that clip. Bill Posey was giving a rant in the House in the US, and he closed it with, "Let's go, Brandon." He actually said, "Fuck Joe Biden" at the end of a rant in the House. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. La-di-da. Sorry, I'm just doing some work behind the scenes, things that I should have done. Can't believe how many typos there are in that. Today's going to be a nightmare. Why did I do it? You know what? I told you this before. If I'm writing and it's going well, there you go. I've actually managed to add the details. So maybe if you refresh, you'll see the details. So you can become a member. I'm not selling it well today. Super chat down there. Entropy. I'll put in the what's it called? Chat. Help us out, will you, people? Tell me what to say. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to be. Tell me where I went wrong. It will be worth it though. This is the sacrifice I knew I was making. I was on such a roll. I was thinking, this is awesome. It's such a pleasure when you're writing like that. And once I'd made the decision to not sleep until I'd written myself out, I just went for it. And I thought, fuck it, it's Saturday tomorrow. I can lay around all day doing nothing. Forgetting, of course, that no, you've got streams to do. You've got private streams to do. And it's going to be a nightmare. Yes, Billy Blogs, I have seen Miss Island 2021. We'll have a look in a minute. I won't comment on it because you're not allowed to. But let's have a look at Miss Island 2021. I mean, it's just so predictable now. It's like, oh, I'd have been more surprised if it was any other way, to be honest with you. Here we go. Let's have a look. I imagine Ireland is very proud, and I mean it. I would have been surprised if there was any other turnout, to be honest with you. Here we go, people. Congratulations to Miss Ireland 2021. There you go. There you go. Miss Ireland. Okay. So you're not allowed anything anymore, white man. So there you go. That I mean, like I said, I would have actually been surprised if it was anything else. Of course, it's, you know, this agenda that this is in overdrive at the moment, and that's going to work in our favour because they're fighting against the internet. That is the enemy of the utopianists. We are Manny Moo. It's almost like a charity at the moment. I mean, I'm going to do that right now. So I just type in she has Tourette's, yeah? Thank you, John. That's very encouraging. That might give me the oomph required to actually pull this stream off. I had to add this stream then because I haven't got the wherewithal at the moment to cope with saying, thanks, John, I might pull it off now. That's incredible. Don't feel bad for me, John. I reckon John. I honestly reckon John went, poor bloke. Look at him. He went, love, give him a card. Come on. No, it's sad here. No, hardly the Kayleen that I once knew. Paddy's in the chat. That's it, isn't it? Kayleen. I had an Irish bird. I met her on the internet actually, and she said it was called a Kayleen. I'm going back like 29 years here, so cut me a little bit of slack. Hang on, how old would I have been then? Yeah, 29 years ago. Kayleen, not Colleen. No, she wasn't the Nolan sisters. But Foot Golf's coming home says that Paul McGrath was Mr. Ireland 30 years ago. The House of Scrubs needs to move on now. Okay, I don't understand that. I'm not. A lot's going to get past me today. There you go, Will. Exactly that. And so at the moment, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I can't even tell you what's happening at the moment, let alone requiring memory. But I think we should have a look at Bill Posey. So he goes on this mad rant. Not mad, just ranting because he's watching his country go down. Nice one. There you go. Kaylee. Isn't that the dance? But maybe you know the same thing. That you know what I'm talking about, right, Ian? It's like it's not a name. It's a word for like your lover, your female lover. Kaylee. Okay, maybe. I mean, I only ever saw it written, so I wouldn't know anyway. It was. Oh no! Now the missus, man. This is I can't believe you're going to witness this. Right, let's do this. Good afternoon to you, my love. I'm making a video. You know that. I already called you. You look beautiful today. You look like AC Lala. Yeah. Love, I'll call you after. Yeah. All right, darling. Love you. Bye. There you go. Nailed it. Did you see that sudden burst of energy I had in reserves? Hey, all right, love. Right, let's have a look at Rep Bill Posey. This is amazing. Don't underestimate what this actually means, because this is in the House. This is in this. Don't underestimate. We know what he's saying. This is incredible. Check it. So this is only the last 12 seconds of his speech.
Plan. You know what they want? They want you to help put America back where you found it and leave it the hell alone. Let's go, Brandon. I yield back.
Whoa! That's incredible. That's incredible. In the House. He just said, fuck Joe Biden in the House, and they can't do anything about it. Because if that was to go to some kind of committee or whatever, very legal battles around language are a nightmare. well, those words actually mean this. How do you legislate against meaning? How do you legislate against semiotics? Oh, you're going to tell me what it means. I was just happy that Brandon won that race. He's an all-American sportsman. And at the end of my speech, I just wanted to say that. And they're going, no, you didn't say it. You know what you meant. And then in court, you have to say, well, what did I mean then? And then someone else says, fuck Joe Biden. You go, how dare you say that about the president? And then counter sue them. Madness. Right, now I've got a montage that I've nicked from Gutfeld. Now Gutfeld is crap, and I know that might not go down well. Gutfeld, right? He's like a late night news comedian, really unfunny. Most of his jokes just bomb. Even his guests are sort of like, what? And he's getting the biggest ratings because all the other cunts are just utopianist nightmares. And that's a sign of how bad things have got. I mean, I like his show because he talks about what's actually happening rather than pretending that everything's great. But he's not a funny bloke. However, they put together a montage. Have you heard about this town hall that you know what a town hall is, right? It's like where they have an audience comes in and they ask questions to someone, and people can ask questions on social media. That Donut Anderson was the host. Biden absolutely screwed it. He's mental. He's gone, and he's getting worse. And why wouldn't he? I mean, did you see Obama when Obama started his first term? And then look at a photo of him after 4 years. He looks about 20 years older. Trump didn't. Trump looked better. Trump looked better after 4 years as president, which is remarkable and goes against the history of the presidential job. Even though he had more shit, Russian collusion, 2 impeachments, he looked better coming out of it. It's amazing. But Biden is nearly dead. I reckon he's got a couple of weeks left looking at this. Excuse me. But check out this little montage they put together. It's shocking. It's shocking. I don't know enough about the US Constitution, but surely there's an amendment in there somewhere where if the president is mentally unsound, he can be removed from office. That must be there somewhere. There's got to be an amendment somewhere in the Constitution where if the president is mental, you can get shot of him. Why aren't they doing that? Oh my God! Well, it's part of it. Have you seen it? Well, obviously you've seen it. He just. I think they must have turned the electricity up for that bit. Oh, there you go. That's it. You're right. And I've heard someone else say it's the 25th. The 25th Amendment. It's something to do with if you're mentally unsound, get out. I doubt they'll be able to impeach him because there's just the Dems have got too much power. Yeah, that's the one. There you go. But yeah, this is the problem. That laughing hyena will probably replace him. She's back. Did you see her? Did you see Kamala's not surprise party? Fucking hell, man! Just like a bunch of they were. Look, at least Hillary pulled all that stuff off. At least Hillary and Clinton. And don't get me wrong, in Minecraft, they're psychopaths, without a doubt. The bloodlust and the sort of Illuminati type ceremonies, they no doubt go through blood biscuits and all that shit. But at least when they done their little fake wear normal, it was kind of convincing. But Kamala's surprise birthday was fucking shocking. It was like that movie Society. I expected them to start growing extra limbs and things. It was shocking. But let's have a look. Let me just get it to the start of the. We don't need to see too much of Gutfeld's jokes bombing like crazy. Check out this little montage of Biden at the town hall and be scared. Be very afraid. Check it. You'll have to see a bit of Gutfeld, but look, I'm not getting at Gutfeld, and I do watch it, but he's not great. Oh, that's very kind of you. Hello, what's the name? For people who've turned up late, I haven't had enough sleep. I was up all night working, and this could be a bit of a mess today, but I thought better to do a stream poorly than not do one at all, right? Is that how it works? Right, here we go. Oh my God, how interesting. Long sight. Pelosi already set that in motion when Trump was in, and she said it was not meant for Trump, the 25th. Okay, how interesting. There you go, Jess. I certainly am. That's it. Yeah, that's it. At her own surprise party. What? Surprise! Why is she always laughing hysterically as well? It's like, just stop. Stop it. You're an adult. Right, anyway, let's check out a bit of this nonsense.
Town hall. What did we get from Joe? An incoherent jumble of memories.
The reason we're watching the Gutfeld version is because they've got the best edit. You know, they've cut out all the tedious stuff. And like I say, I really don't want to. I'm not getting at Gutfeld here. He's just not great. But they're getting the ratings. Maybe it's an American thing. I just don't seem to get it. And it's because all of these opposition are just activists now. So fuck them. They don't deserve and they're not getting the viewers. So, you know, who cares? Here we go.
Hall. What did we get from Joe? An incoherent jumble of memories and confused looks, but the best impersonation of Beavis and Butthead's cornholio in history.
And he did stand like that. Well, what's the geezer's name? Is it Anderson Cooper? The bloke who interviewed him. Biden stood like that for a good 8 seconds. It's just absurd.
What the hell was that? But there was more.
40% of all products coming into the United States of America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
Is it Long Beach?
Long Beach, thank you.
What am I doing here? This is a town hall. This was broadcast live. This went out live on CNN. I mean, you know what does me? And I just want you to take the second step. They don't care. They didn't think, oh, it'll be fine. They did. The administration didn't think, no, he can do it. They just thought it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. Because we control the country. What happens, we say, and no one gets to do anything about it. This is the arrogance of their power. And that's my point. I keep hearing pundits like Gutfeld and others saying that, you know, they must be going, oh no, get him off. No, they're not. They knew that the bloke was incompetent. They knew that before they even fucking put him up for the office. It doesn't matter. That's why this is really disturbing. Because what are you going to do about it? Why hasn't anything happened? America's going down the pan in front of everybody's eyes, and they don't care. They've got their money. They've got their properties. They've got the ability to move to better places, nicer places, safer places. They don't care. This is a grift for that administration. Then the administration aren't even utopianists. No, they're outright capitalists. They're outright power-hungry money people. And all the activists who look up to them and vote them, apparently, allegedly they voted for them. They're the useful idiots that are propping up this fucking evil, sort of satanic elitist, evil satanic elitist swamp. They know this is madness, but it doesn't matter. That's how powerless the American people are at the moment. Because this is clear as day. This isn't presidential material. They said that Trump wasn't presidential. Yeah, I haven't heard any of the mainstream media say that about this fucking. No words for it. Anyway, let's watch that again and I'll let it roll.
America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
Is it Long Beach?
Long Beach, thank you.
Do you have plans to visit?
Anderson Cooper said to him, "Is it Long Beach?" Yeah, that's it. Why are you helping him out? Would they have done that with Trump? No, they fucking wouldn't have done. They'd have just let him sit there, go, da. But Trump would have known. How's he going to sort it out when he doesn't even know the fucking ports? It's ridiculous.
What am I doing here?
Is it Long Beach?
Long Beach, thank you.
Do you have plans to visit the southern border?
I've been there before, and I haven't. I mean, I know it
He hasn't been there before, by the way. That's an out-and-out lie.
well. I guess I should go down. But what you see is wages are actually up. Freedom.
Wages aren't up. They aren't up at all. That doesn't work out economically because of the inflation. But crack on, Joe, you lying bastards. But this doesn't matter. That's my point. This doesn't matter.
Go down. But what you see is wages are actually up. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you. My guess.
Yeah, you heard right. He went into some strange, bizarre Star Trek impression there. Hello, Sezu. What the fuck was that? Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you. What, is that a joke? Or is that absolutely terrifying?
Actually up. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you.
What? Okay. Nice one. No, that's a fair point, Richard. I will stop swearing. Thank you, mate. That's another encouraging £2. Thanks, man. This is really happening. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you. That needs repeating, actually, because it's absolutely absurd.
Wages are actually up.
Shut up.
Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you. My guess is you'll start to see gas prices come down.
Oh, really? Oh, really? What? Lower than what they would have been when you were energy independent? Or now that you're on your hands and knees licking the anus of OPEC saying, please give us oil. And now you've also put Europe under the cosh of Russia. Nice one, Joe. That was a fucking great move. I don't know. If I was asked to guess, I'd say you almost want to destroy the West. But anyway, crack on. I have the freedom to kill you.
We get by going into the winter, into next year in 2022. I must tell you, I don't have a near-term answer.
Look at him. What the fuck is that?
There's two famous guys in this audience here.
What the fuck? What? What? Oh, there's two famous guys in the audience. I can see a light. Oh, hello. Oh, that man farted. The fuck? But the tragedy is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And compare that to Trump. Anything he done, anything, even when he done well, they'd pick it to pieces. This man isn't presidential. This man can't run a country. All this shit. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They don't care. They're out to wreck the nation, and they're doing a pretty impressive job of it. It's absolutely absurd. Ian, am I channeling myself through you? It's absolutely insanity. Absolute insanity. Yes, yeah. He did really say freedom. I have the freedom to kill you. And that isn't newsworthy. You know, you'll get it on Gutfeld, which is Fox. Right now, the WNBA Championship Parade. This is beautiful. The WNBA Championship Parade. It's not a thing we have in England, but you know what's happening. They went through Chicago, because essentially it's their people. Let's see how that went. This is brilliant. Imagine being one of the winners. Imagine being the winners, right? Check it. Let's go to Chicago and drive our open top buses. Woo! Look at the streets lined with trees. Look at that. It gets better. No one's there. No one cares. Look at that. Look at those. I feel so sorry for them. Oh yeah, there you go. Look, that's what the media shows you. Look, there she is. Hey, we won. What? Hang on, where was that? I reckon they got her to stand in front of a different crowd. That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I didn't even know there was women's basketball. I didn't even know that was a thing. There you go. So that's that. And that's pretty much me out of content that I prepared for you. Oh, the sun's come out, though. That's a late, nice bit of sun. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I think so, Nicholas Benoit. Oh, I used to know someone called Benoit a long time ago. What was his name? Rene Benoit. Nice bloke, actually. Fucked his sister. Sorry, I forgot about that bit. That just came out. Good call, visionary companion. No, I don't think they cared. Imagine being them. Imagine being on that bus thinking, this isn't going too well, is it? This isn't going too well. Well, I didn't even know it existed. That isn't a reflection on the quality of the game, but it is a reflection of the quality of the interest in it. Because I certainly know that the NBA exists. I don't know. Well, Kelly, this is the mad thing. It doesn't matter. That this is the damage that has been done. This is what the mainstream media have done to America. It doesn't matter. And it's a very interesting that you use the word accepted rather than voted for. Chrissy, thank you, Chrissy. How cool was your splendid chat? Oh, I made the effort. I promised it, and I done it. John knew it was coming. They edited them all out, Dennis. Well, this is interesting, actually. In the UK, no one cares, do they? I mean, you see it. You see the women's Premier League final, and it's just friends and family of the players. But I did get myself into a bit of hot water when I was still on Twitter, and there was someone moaning about women get paid less. And I said, because no one cares. And actually, apparently in America, that they've got quite the audience. I know that's not what you said. You're talking about the UK. But apparently in America, they've got quite a big audience of women's football, but only because they won something. That's all I know. They won something. I don't know. Well, this is it. But Dennis, at this stage, what can you do? I mean, that's this powerlessness. That's the demoralization. People feel like they've just given up on it. No, they haven't. So they haven't. Okay. I mean, I know they fucked up in the Olympics or something quite early on, but I thought they'd won something. Didn't they do well once somewhere? I mean, here we go. What's her name says, I'm an American woman. I have never known anyone ever that watched or watches the WNBA. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, as an Englishman, maybe that's not so weird, but yeah, should we have a look at some of it? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find some. Let's have a look at the final. There we go. Got it. Here we go. Let's see if we can find some highlights. Oh, okay, we got some highlights. Now, this will be a weird one for me because I don't really understand basketball. But here we go. This is Phoenix Mercury playing Chicago Sky. I'm assuming since the streets were lined with people celebrating that the Chicago Sky won. Here we go. Let's watch some women's basketball. I mean, look, listen, this isn't me getting at very tall women, but it's not that attractive. When you see a really tall woman with a short bloke, when that bloke from E17 went out with that bird, I mean, I quite like Brian Harvey. Let's find a picture of him with that bird. And she was very, very easy on the eye. But it looks ridiculous. When your man is smaller than you, it's not a good look. Let's see if we can find some. Now, you see, they've been quite clever with their... Not in this one, they haven't. Yeah, look at this. In this photo, Brian Harvey looks like Mr. C from The Shaman. She's a very attractive lady, though. She's right up my strasse. But look, this isn't. There's something wrong here. Nature's working against you here, Mr. Harvey. Hang on. Have a look at this. Come on, how can she find that sexy? Oh, come on. Look, this is just basic. This is basic. She if he wasn't Brian Harvey making money being on telly, she doesn't see him in a bar and goes, "That's the man I'm after." Not a chance. Sorry, I was just glugging back some water, hoping it might keep me alive for a little bit longer. So yeah, there is an issue with very tall women, and in basketball, you're exceptionally tall. So I think that it might kind of jar the audiences, both men and women's, understanding of essentially what's pleasant to look at. So let's have a look at some women's basketball, which I hasten to add, I've never seen. Well, it's a funny thing that you asked that, Dillich. Dillich says, didn't Harvey go a bit loopy? Now, check this out. I had a mate. He was involved in the rag trade. He was a cloth distributor. I don't think he'd have liked me to call it the rag trade, in fairness. I think I'm doing all right, and I'm pulling this off. This is a semblance of a stream, right? No? Okay. And we had to drive up to Northampton once. He had to talk to a client, and he asked me if I'd go with him. And I was like, yeah, I'll come for a drive. He had a nice motor and all that, so it was all good fun. We had some music, you know. And we started reminiscing and talking about the old days, and E17 come up, and he knows the other bloke, the really weird-looking bloke. He went to school with him, and he's a mate of his. And he went, look, he gave me his phone. He went, go to the photos and scroll through them. And there was loads of photos with him, with the other geezer, but just like round his house and that. And then for the 3-hour drive, he told me, nice one, Sezu. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. There you go. Oh, that's lovely. Yes. I was terrified. Thank you. Thank you. And he told me like 3 hours worth of stories. I let it. That was a little bit of a tell. He told me like 3 hours of stories about E17, and it was mind blowing. Like stuff that never got out into the media and all that, and some of the things that weird band went through. And don't forget how massive they were. They were huge. They were huge in their day. They were like a hit factory, weren't they? You saw that, didn't you? Steady. That's low. You were telling me in an email the other day, Skin Scar. Harvey has been targeted by the government. Me and my mate reached out to him. He's very base and a good fella. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying he went nuts. I think someone else said that. This is what this other fella was telling me. He was sort of saying, he was going, it's madness what's happened to that whole band. Yeah. Nice one, Alan. I appreciate that, but I think it might be a slight exaggeration. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, Alan, for the donation. Right. Finally, I haven't even had a shower. Finally, women's basketball. Let's have a look at this. I've never seen it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a whole game of men's basketball. Here's the truth. The only basketball I've ever seen is when it's like a funny clip, like, you know, in a compilation of people falling over or something. Yeah, I've never voluntarily gone, oh, the basketball's on. English, British people. Is there a basketball league in England? Do we have basketball over here? Serious question. I know I'm saying over here and I'm in Phnom Penh. It did come across a bit weird, but I do trust Skin Scar. I do trust him. It does sound a bit strange, I get it. So we do. Actually, Broken Silence, yeah. I remember them. It was weird, wasn't it? You'd be watching Blue Peter and then like 3 7.5-foot black men would come on and they'd be playing some like some of the Jacksons while they were just dribbling like madmen. They'd be like, what is this? The Harlem Globetrotters. That's amazing. Dennis says, of course. I said, come on, Chris. Of course we have. What, you don't watch the basketball? How much basketball have you watched, Dennis? You little... Will says, yes, it's shite. We'll have a look at some of that in a minute. No way. Well, hang on, Livy. Surely they were like a support act. No way did you buy tickets to go and see an hour show of the... We're going to have to watch some of them because people who don't know what we're talking about. For the youngsters watching, both of you, in the, late 70s, early 80s, there was a performing... I think there was 4 or 5 of them. These like 7-foot tall black men with massive afros, because most black men had afros in the 70s, just doing basketball tricks. That was it. That was it. They were called the Harlem Globetrotters. And they toured the world, globetrotting, showing off their tricks. That was it. Livy, tell me they were a support act. You went with a youth club. My God. Oh, it was a whole team. No, I know they're not English. Good Lord. What, the Harlem? You know Harlem, just the other side of Luton. Well, you might not be able to tell the difference these days. I know they're not English. They were a whole team, were they? But when they still tour. Good Lord. So we'll have a look at them in a minute. Alan says, so the Harlem Globetrotters were the Harlem basketball team, right? This is what I'm learning. But whenever I see him on telly, it was only like 1 or 2 of them. 42, look, he's not having it. They played local teams that were paid. Oh my God, this has got very dark very quickly. They're still playing the Harlem Help the Aged Globetrotters. Right. In the cartoon series Futurama, there was a planet of the Globetrotters. Amazing. Amazing. That's excellent. Much underrated Futurama. If you said to me, what do you want to watch? An hour of Futurama or an hour of The Simpsons? Futurama all day long. I think The Simpsons is disgusting. I hate The Simpsons. Outright hatred. I hate them. Fuckers. It is nasty though. It has been like a 30 years attack on white people. It's just, yeah, I'm not a fan of. Right, that's what I thought. So they don't compete in like the NBA or anything. They're right. This is a different thing. So this, right. I thank you, La, for saying that, because I was getting a little bit twisted there. Oh my gosh. Did you hang up? Ankylosaurus Rex says, I got coof and the government rang me up and asked my ethnicity. I said English. They made me say, why English? I don't know how I'd respond to that. Oh, I'll probably say yellow English. I'll probably say jaundice. If we're going to go down there, love, sick as a dog. Hang on, Alan ain't buying it. Alan is saying no. So they didn't play it. Anyone new who's tuned in, can I just say we usually do different things. We don't. It's much like this, but a bit faster, perhaps. There you go. But not anymore. It ain't. White snow. There you go. Exactly. Hang on a minute. Come on, Vincent. Don't destroy the dreams of a million school kids who saw them on Blue Peter and thought, I'm going to play basketball when I'm older and grow an afro. I met the Globetrotters. Bunch of cunts. You can't say that about the Harlem Globetrotters. Right, before we watch the women, right, we're gonna do a vote on this. I feel like I'm actually pulling this off at the moment. Steady, I ain't got free hands, and I proved it too. Well, I haven't proved it, because if I did have a third hand, I would be pulling it off. No, I wouldn't be, but I could be. Okay, right. Let's just have a look at the Harlem Globetrotters. I want some original footage. I don't want 2018. I want to go back to the 70s. Here we go. 1956. They've been going for like half a century. Good Lord. He's shot on 8mm. No, I won't be watching that. We want to go to the 70s. Come on. Look, there's a bloke complaining that the Harlem Globetrotters fired him. You're not from Harlem and you haven't trotted the globe. Get out. You're fired. Right, come on, there must be some 70s stuff. Best trick shot compilation. Right, hang on. 1970s, look, someone's already had a little pop at it. Here, 1978. Why? There's pictures of Vietnam mixed into it. Harlem Globetrotters, legend. Oh, man. Just show me some of them doing some tricks and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at this. I don't know why there's Vietnam. Maybe it's like there was a war on, and so we watched these. What's happening? I think my computer's about to crash, people. I might disappear. That's not meant to be doing what it's doing there. 34, the Odyssey. Right, let's watch a bit of the old Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know how we got here.
University of Houston, all 6 feet 8 inches.
O.J. Simpson.
Reds with the ball.
Here they go. Come on, trot that globe, man. Trot it. Trot. He trotted. Hang on, he absolutely trotted. Did you see him trot? Alan! They were an exhibition team. They change out players when they get on. It's, what do they call that? There's a word for that. Foot golf. What do they call it in rehab? It's a rolling program, Alan. It's a rolling program. So as one gets older and he can't trot so well, see you later, old boy. You're going to the nursing home. And oh, look, I've got a little bit of sun there. How do I get back in the sun? don't step back into the sun. Ah, well, it looked like it was a momentary lapse of sunshine. Thank you, Alan. Very encouraging. I need the encouragement. Although I've nearly pulled off an hour, which ain't bad. What's the grift on? 14, which is all right. Thank you, Alan. Hello, Ollie. Which Ollie is it? Is it, I don't want to dox you. Is it Bury St Edmunds Ollie? Or is it Ollie who came on holiday to Cambodia and is still here? That was about 2 years ago. Oh, you're that Ollie. Nice to see you, son. This geezer, right? Very interesting bloke, actually. He's up on all his crypto and that. He had a cup of tea with me when he visited Cambodia about 2 years ago, Ollie, was that? Right? He's still here. That is a bit of a problem with Cambodia. You come here and you're like, yeah, oh, hang on, where are you? Oh, hang on, look, me ear. Oh, look, hang on, look. Oh, bring me sunshine. There it is. All in this world that we live, there's peace and happiness. Fuck it. There you go. No, it is hot out here. Well, my little thing's saying 32. There you go. No, are you still down? You know where, or have you made your way back to the city yet? When you come up to Phnom Penh again. Oh wow! Hang on a minute. Look at that. Oh my God. It's giving me a bit of a neck ache. Hi. My name, I feel like Dr. Manhattan. It's giving me a migraine. It actually is. Fucking hell. I don't know what I've done that for. Anyway, I want you to see, the problem is, Billy, you never want to leave. I want you to see that, there you go. Well, colour, I see what you've done. It's a contraction. That was 2 years ago. And you're still here, aren't you? You just turned up and you didn't want to go. But it is lovely down where you are. I mean, I have to live here because I did think I don't want to tell people where you are, and it is lovely down there. And I was going to move there, but it's hard enough getting things like computer spares and shit down here. I mean, if you want to get drugs, you're in the right place. And that's why you're still there, you dirty little bastard. Get in there, Juice. Right, I just want to go back to the Harlem Globetrotters. Nice to see you though, Ollie. If you do get up to Phnom Penh, ping me an email or a telegram or something, and we'll catch up. Obviously, you did mention some crypto you were going to pump and dump. Get me in early, eh? Right, check out this bloke. He actually did trot. It was quite something. He done like a little, as if he was the back legs of a stage horse, you know. Check it. He does a real trot. He is a globetrotter. I was amazed. Right, let's go back to that. The grift's been fucking appalling. I'm working on fumes here. Fucking pay your way, cunts. That's probably my best comment ever. No, Casa, you can't. He's not there. No one goes there anymore. It's full of Chinese casinos. Not that there's anything right with that, but no, he's not there. I was going to move there, though, until my mate, whose dream it was to build an hotel there, 4-star hotel, beautiful place. I used to go and stay there. Sihanoukville was paradise. White sand beaches that went on for miles. The sea, you could walk out about a mile because it just didn't get deeper. Tropical fish, turquoise, orange, everything. And then they started building the casinos and it's a fucking shithole now. It took about a year. It's such a shame. A couple of beaches down there, Otres Beach 1 and Otres Beach 2, were just paradise. It ain't anymore. Really sad. Really sad. Yeah, the thing is, Jess, though, they're built by Chinese companies. They're staffed by Chinese people and they're used by Chinese people. So what does that give to the community? You know, there's restaurants in there. They arrive there. They don't leave them. And the only time they go anywhere, they just leave a trail of rubbish behind them. And and it's just a real shame. A real shame. Right, here we go. Well, there's another one just arrived the other week. We got another one. He's in quarantine at the moment, but he supports me on SUBSTACK. Link in the description. Well, you have to be. I can't go down that road, Billy, because you're right. But let's check out the actual trot, right? The trottage. Ready? Here we go. Now. Yeah! Did you see it? Did you see it? If you didn't see it, we're going to slow it down. Playback speed. Quarter speed. Right. Watch the trottage. Ready? Hang on. Right. Now. No. After he passes it. Right. This bloke, the bloke catching it. Ready? Watch. Trottage! And now we'll continue as normal. And it's the Harlem Globetrotters, people. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Was it right? Two things. There's a ghost pair of legs here. I just want people to notice that there's a pair of ghost legs. Okay, there's a pair of legs on the pitch. Get the legs off. Right now, there was one other thing. The Globetrotter actually played with the referee. I'm sure that's not in the rules. Now, watch carefully. One of them passes the ball to the ref, and the ref passes it back to him. Check it. I'm not joking.
Going, he gets the rebound. Now watch
ref back. What? Is that how you meant? Is that basketball? Is this a joke game or something? It wasn't just me, right? That went to the ref and back. Scar bought 45 gold coins yesterday, sold 20, got my coins at spot rate. Hang on a minute. So you bought them at spot price and sold them at a profit. And wonderful bit of day trading. Nice one, Skin Scar. Good Lord. I mean, I've got people who deal crypto and stocks like that. They sit there all day looking at the telly, and when it plummets, they buy. And then later that day, it goes up like 4% and they sell. But because they bought 20 grand's worth, 4% of 20 grand is nothing to throw a horse at. Nice one, Skin Scar. I appreciate you giving me a little taste of your great bit of work, though. Absolutely amazing. What coins were they? Incredible. Nice one, Skin Scar. Excellent. Nice one, Jambo. In-depth analysis of your stocks, please. What now? I can barely think, mate. I'm genuinely looking into putting my coin in something rather than the bank. Oh no, the bank is the worst place for it, without a doubt. Look, Jambo. This is what you do. I'll keep it very quick, and I won't bore everyone else. When you got a bit of time, go on to YouTube and type in, or no, not YouTube, Google, and type in best indexes and ETFs for 2021. And then there'll be loads of suggestions. Take the first 10 pages. When you go there, write down all of their tips. Then go to another page and write down all of their tips. Then go to another page. When you get to about 8, you can stop. And then see what ones appear the most. Index funds, right? They're not individual stocks. An index is like a collection of companies. And then get your ISA. Are you in the UK? Are you in the UK? If you're in the UK, this is what you do. If you're not, it gets a bit more problematic because in the UK, you won't pay tax on it. But you really want to chuck it in indexes. Yeah, but get it out of the bank, man. It's going to lose value sitting in the bank. It will. I shouldn't really say 100% in this context because that's misleading. But without a doubt, it's going to lose value. In 10 years, it'll be worth about 2/3 of what it is now at best. So, if you've got 100 grand in the bank and you leave it there for 10 years thinking that's my retirement, in 10 years, you'll be like, how comes it's only worth about 30 bob? Nice one, Jambo, for the 5 spot. And thank you, Skin Scar. That's Machano Caprasci Tutti. Oh, look at old Scar buying and selling gold in a day. I've been very tempted, Skin Scar, to do not with gold. I bought and sold my gold years ago and lost on it, to be honest with you. I lost my bottle. And I still would have lost as well. I bought it at too expensive. I didn't really know what I was doing. I had loads of money in those days. And I was like, I'll buy a bar of gold. It was a kilo, though. It was only the size of an iPhone. You think, I'm going to get loads. And when it comes through, you're like, oh dear. I used to carry it around in my suit pocket. When I went to the Vietnamese cafe, because I fancied the daughter, she used to fancy me, though, in fairness. And she'd come and sit with me while I ate my soup. And I sat down, and she come over, how are you? I was like, yeah, I'm all right. And I got my iPhone out and put it on the table. Got my kilo of gold out, put it on the table. She went, what the fuck? I was like, oh, yeah, sorry, I can't keep it because it's cut. I don't like the way it pulls the cut of my jib. But sold it at a loss, so it wasn't great. But I do sometimes, like, I'll look at my free trade and, like, Tesla will go up 5%. I think, well, hang on a minute. If I sell that now, I've already made X amount. But then, I don't know. Jambo, ping me an email and I'll copy and paste an email I sent to someone the other day, and it's everything all the advice I could give you. But I'm not a professional. It's for entertainment purposes only, and you can lose money investing, but you will lose money in the bank. So you can lose money investing, but you definitely will lose money in the bank. It's crap. You might as well have it under your bed. What's the interest rates on the bank at the moment? Let's have a look. UK savings account interest rate. 1% apparently on a regular savings account. I can't believe it actually says it. Help your money grow with 1%. Are you taking the piss? That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, not really. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the gold historical chart. I mean, that's why I got out of it. And all the silver I had, I kind of fell for Max and Stacey Kaiser's silver pump. And, you know, they said by now it would have been like quadrupled, and it hasn't. It's depreciated. Yeah, look, let's have a look at this. This is why I don't. Look, if you've got a bit of gold, it's kind of good for the apocalypse, because you can snap bits off and say, give us some food. Look, I've got some it's actually scarce. But the charts don't look great. You know, this is from 2012 to now, so 9 years. And look, this is when I bought about here. Look, and it went, and I held on to it, and then it got to about here, and I went, yeah, buy. And so look, now it went, yeah, buy gold. Now I reckon it's going to go like this, and then it'll probably come up again. So you know, that's 10 years. I don't know about that. Let's have a look a bit further. Let's have a look at 30 years. Yeah, it's risky, man. It looked great. Hey, look, it's brilliant. Do you want to take that risk? Whereas when we look at the Standard & Poor S&P historical chart. So the S&P is a stock index. There's a few different ones, but don't worry about that. Let's have a look at the maximum. So that'll probably be about 90 years. That's the Standard & Poor. How do we adjust for inflation on that one? Oh, bollocks. Hang on. We need one with adjusted for inflation. So remember that gold chart. Let's have a look at the inflation adjusted. Look at that. Now that looks a little bit better. There's Black Tuesday. There's Black Monday. And so what's that? 1880 to the present day. That's adjusted for inflation. So, you know, if you're holding it for 10, 15 years, you're pretty much always winning. That's why, and the S&P 500 is an index. So that looks a little bit better for me than gold. But, you know, it's all gambling at the end of the day. Anyway, a little bit more of these bastards. Go on, son. Bounce the ball.
Fred Curley Neal from Johnson C. Smith University. The basket scored, however, by Nate Branch out of the University of Nebraska.
Don't worry, love. All white girls are like that in that situation. I didn't say that. So there you go. It should be called Great. And it's a weird old name, isn't it? Not the best bit of marketing, Standard and Poor. It's a little bit like the Scottish Nationalist Party. No, exactly that. And I mean long term, 20 years. And after 10 years, as soon as it hits profit, shoot it. That's got to go. But, you know, spread your bets. I haven't got the money to buy gold anymore, so... But I wouldn't, even if I had. If I had that kind of money, I mean, I know you had a touch yesterday, and I know you've got a little bit of buffer there. I've become much more frugal. That's what investing has done for me. I don't waste money anymore because I'm like, well, I could get a nice pair of shoes, but I've got 3 pairs here. Why don't I put that money into a nice index and sort myself out for my retirement? But what's your logic, Gaffney? Why? Did you just, the Anglosaurus Rex, did you just see the historical chart I put on? I don't even think that was adjusted for inflation. Let's have a look. Don't listen to Dangerfield, who just showed you the historical chart that looked terrible. Always buy gold. Okay. But tell me why, though. And then it's fair enough. I don't want you to agree with me if you don't. Tell me why. Why buy gold? Let's have a look at the gold historical chart adjusted for inflation. Not adjusted for inflation. Well, that ain't what I'm asking, is it? Here we go. Let's go to this one. Where does that go from? Oh, fucking hell, it's about 2 weeks. Bling! Hang on a minute, people. I want to find the... I'm not going to take advice from a place that sells gold. Gold historical charts adjusted for inflation. Which I did look at the... there we go. I'm not looking at it from a fucking place that's selling me gold. All these gold companies with their adjusted charts. Incredible. Right, here we go. Here we go. Wow, that's quite the chart. I don't really know how to look at that. Where's the... Well, I can't work it out, people. It's too much dead air. Look into it yourself. Maybe gold is for you. When Anglosaurus Rex says you can't lose, when you look at that historical chart that goes... think, I lost. I lost buying gold. So there you go. Hello, Jimmy. How are you, son? I don't have enough characters to explain, but if you look into why people like Bitcoin, it's because gold is better. Okay, that's seemed to make sense. Cheers, Rags. I'm on it. Hello, Jimmy. Going to the park to trip on this fine morning. Jimmy, haven't you got like some mad What is it? I can't even remember what the word is. I didn't sleep properly, Jimmy. This has been a terrible stream. Tolerance to acid now. I used to have to take a couple of weeks off. I didn't. I just had twice as much. But do you know what I mean? that was one of the greatest stories of the 80s, wasn't it? We have made significant money selling crap. Dun, dun, dun. And that was the end of Ratner's. He's still minted though. It was certainly it wasn't as bad as it looked. Cheers, Jimmy, for the donation. Have a nice morning out tripping in the park. But mate, don't run over any bird tables, eh? Oh, what a surprise you'd say that. However, I think you're actually right, but there's so much of it. It's such an exploding industry with all this legalization and medical. That's the biggest blag I've ever heard. I never thought I'd see the day when doctors were giving medical marijuana passes to people who go in and go, I've got a bad finger, but when I smoke weed, it's a good finger. There you go. You can get yourself down to the dispensary, get yourself a nice bit of amnesia haze and sort your finger out. Doctor gets 20 quid. I've got a gnat bite on my arse. Right, people. After a week, 90% of the tolerance is gone. Yeah. Dan did not used to do acid at work. Whatever gets you through. They do love their gold, it has to be said. But Indian gold is much like gold out here. It's 78%, I think. It's not your 999, I'll tell you that. People out here, like what people out here do, they'll buy a gold necklace, and then when they get a bit of money, they go back to the shop, give the necklace back and a bit of money, and then get a bigger necklace. All the province people do it. I think it's some historical. I can't believe you're going to have to see me putting tiger balm on my arse, and it's dangerously close to my 0. Oh God. Don't get this one wrong, Danger. Don't get this one wrong. Hello. Yes, Natsara are very English. Anglosaurus Rex, I have, mate. I have, but I've also looked at the historical charts, and I also lost on gold. So, you know, look, I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's a gamble. All investments are a gamble, and if you feel as if gold is your better gamble, good for you. Go with it. But it's not for me. That's all. You know, it's not. I'm not saying you're wrong. But here's my point about the gold. But the gold out here, it's too orange. It's not. I think it's about 78%. And my missus keeps saying to me, like, you know, I said, what do you want for your birthday? And she's like, gold. I said, yeah, but the gold out is shit. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. We all like Terry's all gold, though, don't we? Willow Wookie worked on a medical marijuana farm in Cambridge when they built 2 barns. They are minted. The problem is the market's saturated. Like, light manufacturers are going out of business, you know, because everyone's like, oh, LCD, let's make all these lights. And then someone else makes them and they're better next year. And the technology is moving so quickly. Like, auto flowers are putting seed manufacturers out of business. And so everyone's getting on the autos. The problem with everyone getting on the autos, though, is people don't need the lights that were the particular lights that were the big thing the year before. So now they're closing down. And it's look, if you invested in about 5 years, I reckon you're going to have about 10, maybe 20 big corporate manufacturers, and all the small people are gone. That's going to happen because it always does. And if you can pick one of them now, those stocks are going to fly. But there's so many of them, and they're coming in and out of business weekly, it seems. And this is why I'm not a fan of individual stocks, except for perhaps Tesla at the moment. You know what though? People look well bored. Well, have you ever chopped up a harvest? It's the most boring. The only good thing about trimming a harvest is the scissor hash, because while you're chopping it, you've got to cure that weed for 4 weeks, so you ain't going to get to smoke it. Even when you spent, it took us 3 days to trim a harvest once, me and a mate. So we even offered to pay people, and they're like, no, it's too boring. But you do get the scissor hash, which you can smoke immediately. It's like charis, essentially, and that's great. But it's so boring. And you see these people working in these cannabis factories just sitting there with their hair nets on, just trimming up buds. And the automatic bud trimmers, no. Oh, yeah, just shake all my trichomes off. That's lovely. Go on, keep spinning it. And machine-trimmed buds look shit anyway compared with hand-trimmed. But it's like people who like drinking. Oh, I love drinking. I'd love to have a booze. Like, well, when you actually get it, it's just a job. No problem, mate. Not a problem at all. We all good. It's all right to disagree. You might be right. You might invest in gold, and in 10 years' time, go to me, I've got 20 mil, and I'll be like, bastard, my S&P's gone down the pan. Absolutely, Ian. So boring. And you've got 4 weeks to cure that. So it's not like when this is done we can have a nice smoke. No, you've got to then fucking put that in your grow room and get your fucking dehumidifiers. It's so boring. There you go. Yeah, they're not great though, are they? The automatic ones, hand trimmed. Oh god, what, you literally trimmed up a 60 kilo? Oh man, no, don't. It's so boring. No, Billy, it's not scissor weed, it's scissor hash. Because you're trimming buds, the scissors pick up trichomes. Right, charis, Indian solid hash. It's the only hash in the world that comes off of unripe, uncured plants. So they literally, this is why you don't ever eat charis. The Indians, when they go harvesting, the plants are still growing, and they rub them. They rub the buds like this, and then their hands are covered in the stuff, and then they scrape it off, and then they roll it into tollers, and that's charis. That's ready to smoke. But when you're trimming a harvest, because you're trimming up buds, you're getting trichomes on the scissors. And if you've got like a 10 kilo harvest, you're going to get about 3 or 4 grams of, mate, that's an exaggeration, maybe about 2 grams of hashish, much like charis, on your scissors. And so you scrape it off, you make up a little biff, and it's fucking wicked. Well, it was when I was a stoner. It's not for me now. Yes, is the best smoke of the day. Live rosin at the moment is the best smoke out there, and I've had it. You can buy it out here, and there's a cafe out here where you can buy live rosin. Yeah, without a doubt. The stuff they've got out here, it's white. It's white, man. Live rosin, white. You've never had charis? Oh, mate, you need to get yourself out to the Pavati Valley. You can make your own. You just pay some Indian bloke a couple of quid. They'll walk you up to the harvest. You've got to be there at the right time of year. And then you just give a few buds a bit of this, scrape it off your hand. You've got the finest charis you've ever. It's lovely charis. Never had charis. Some people call it shiraz, but it's charis. Anyway, 00. No, it's a slight. You've gone back to the 70s there, mate. Yeah, live rosin is it's white. It looks like toothpaste. It's white. And it absolutely fucks you. Do you really think a commercial illegal grower will cure it? Well, we used to, because that will improve 100% over 4 or 5 weeks. But when it's a better business if you cure it properly. I know what you're saying, but you know, selling uncured buds is a piss take. You know, you get it and you're like, oh, that smells nice. And then the next day, when all the water's left it, you go, hang on, why have I got half as much? It's a peculiar high though, isn't it? I mean, it's not ready. The plant isn't ready, but it obviously is for Shiraz. But anyway, we're talking. Yeah, it's cuntish, and you know, as Ian just said, Ian apparently is curing for 8 weeks. We used to do a 4-week cure, and that's hassle. That's more hassle than growing. You got to keep the temperature right. You got to keep the humidity right. Yeah, well, there's ways around it, Mr. Shelley. There's ways around it. Yep. However, in America, they're having it off now because it's legal. You're getting, you know. So I watch I still watch, even though I don't smoke weed. I haven't smoked a biff since that Amnesia A's I grew. I had one, and I just went, nah, never again. This ain't for me. But I watched the what's it called? The dude grows. Oh, what's it called? Weed grow dudes. The Dude Grows channel, I think it's called. There's a couple of stoners. They're very funny blokes, and they do a grow show, and then they alternate between a growing show and like weed culture. But they're a funny couple of blokes. I'm a bit gutted. I always thought that as an old man, I'd be an old stoner, but it's just too much for me now. Oh, right. Oh, no. You've got to cure that for at least 4 weeks. And then there's that one as well, Sal. I mean, I'm a bit... People talk about flushing as improving quality, but yeah, if it's, if it's not an organic grow and they're just pumping it full of chemicals and then they don't flush it, you can just taste it. And it's like, well, I've got another headache. What a fucking surprise. What exactly am I smoking here? Sally, you have dabs it, Dartford, yet? I remember I got little Ben and Weather at my house once, and I said, and you know, the pair of them are right stoners. And I said, right, I got some dabs. I got some shatter off the internet, and they hadn't had it. And of course, I said, you're going to want about a match head. And I had a proper dab rig. And of course, Webb and Ben are like, no, I think I'll have a little bit more than that. I went, well, crack on, mate. I'm just giving you the advice I know. And they had it, and they didn't say anything for about 5 weeks. Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? Broken Silence, I've done it. If you get a bit of shatter off the internet, get your standard juice that you use. Yeah, how did I make it? I think the shatter just breaks down in the juice. Just put it in your juice and shake it for like 20 minutes. Then put it in your vape. And yeah, me and that Vietnamese girl, we went down the Serpentine. We got a boat. You know, you can get on the boat down the Serpentine. We would vape in shatter. I mean, it will do your coils in about 2 hours, but if you're not going to be smoking shatter for 2 hours anyway. We both fell asleep. The boat just sort of went dunk into the side. We were like, I tend to agree with you. I mean, out here, it's the perfect climate. Out here, I'll show you. Just to get the stoners' mouths watering, I'll show you what I grew a couple of years ago out in the sunshine. But the problem is, Bunnings, people in England, you can't grow half the, you know, I've got friends who grow in the sunshine in England. Greenhouse, but it's just not strong enough, really, is it? Let me show you a couple of these beauties. But like I say, I had one of them and I just thought, nah, I've had my time on this stuff. There's a bit of the product after it had been cured and trimmed. That ain't bad, is it? And that's all pure, natural, organic, back guano, a bit of recharge. Let me see if I've got a picture of a plant. Look at this bad boy. Well, that ain't bad for a bit of sunshine, is it? I mean, that was about 2 weeks before it was ready. But it was a complete waste of time. I ended up giving it all away. Well, only to people who worked in bars. Another little head there. Yeah, it was. I enjoy growing. I enjoy growing it more than I do smoking it these days. Because it's a piece of piss out here. Here's another bit of product, trimmed and cured. But out here, they don't mind because they use it in cooking. And if the gaffes come around, you just go, it's only a couple of fucking ash plants. And they're like, yeah, you're all right. But out here, you can, thank you, man. Out here, you can just go, you can smoke it in cafes and bars and things and just walk down the street. It's no problem, is it? But hilariously, out here, there's pizza shops where you can buy it. You can go in and go, have you got a happy pizza? And they're like, yeah. And you see so many tourists eating this pizza, and then they sit there for 10 minutes and go, I ain't feeling anything. Can we have another one? And you think, you idiot. And then 40 minutes later, they're just going. And I tell you what, you don't want to be up on the riverside in Phnom Penh on a Saturday night tripping on hash pizza. Anyway, there you go. It's madness, isn't it, in England? What I mean, come on. You know what? Weirdly, I see people in the chat talking about CBD. I'm thinking of getting some CBD seeds and just growing some for medical purposes. I've read a lot of stuff. Apparently, it's quite the drug. Although maybe I'll just grow some poppies. Well, and also, if you've got auto-flowering seeds, which someone might have, you're laughing. They're ready to harvest in 11 weeks from seed. Hello, Packer. All right, bud? Hello, mate. Can you hear that monkey on my roof? Not even joking, there's a monkey on my roof. Might have been a cat, but it sounded a bit heavy. Yeah, I've read a lot of good stuff about it. Not at all, John, no. Well, unless, of course, they've fucked it up and they haven't crossbred the plants correctly, and you might have like 5% THC left in it, which is still quite a lot. But just go online. Auto flowering is the way to go. From seed, they're ready in 11 weeks, and light cycle doesn't affect them. They will start flowering in 3 weeks, regardless of the light cycle. They're the future, man. If you're interested, there's a brilliant forum. It's called something like the Auto Flower Forum. Now, auto flowering is the way to go, mate. It's the future. Good call, Skin Scar. Right, people, I am done. I'm going to do a private stream now. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the lowest grade. It's only £1 a month. You can join now because I'm going to have a little break. I might make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to do the private stream for the Scrubs Adventurers, which I think. Let me just check. Check it. I need to call my missus, and then I'm going to get one of those private streams done. And they're not like this. I mean, this has been quite a laugh, hasn't it? I thank you for hanging around. I mean, I'm quite impressed. The grift has been fucking atrocious for a Saturday morning, but we've got over 100 people here, and it's a pleasure that you're here. There you go. Oh, hello, Jens. How you getting on, son? I won't spill the beans or anything, but I hope you're all right, mate. If you've got as far as here and you're writing, fucking wicked. I'm thinking about you, my friend. I hope you're well. I really hope you are. Let me just have a look, people, so that you know. La-di-da-da-da. La-di-da-di. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. Come on, how do I find out? Right, yeah, I'm going to do the Scrub Adventurer private stream in about 5-10 minutes. If you want to join that and you get one every month, top link in the description. It's £1 a month, one bond. LOS, we're just wrapping up here. So I'll thank you, Doc. I was really worried about it because I am smashed. I was working all night. Yes, yeah, Jens, if you think you are, you are. Incredible. I'm so happy for you. Well done. And if you're feeling a bit weak, which I imagine you are, remember what you've just done. You've just shown incredible strength. You really have. You've just got through something most people can't. I'm fucking brilliant. That's made my day. That really has. And probably yours too. Maybe it's made your life. Well done, Jens. Absolute fucking fair play to you. Brilliant news. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the Scrub Adventure, a private stream. It's much like this, but we try and get as many people on the screen. I think I can get 10 on. So check your email, Scrub Adventurers. If you want to join that stream and all the other ones that will be coming next month and the month after that, it's a top link in the description. You've got about 10 minutes to sign up. It only takes about 2 minutes. And I'll see the Scrub Adventurers in about 15 minutes. And I'll see the rest of you about 4 or 5 o'clock UK time this afternoon. Thank you very much for putting up with my obvious tiredness. Thank you to everyone who donated. Yes, absolutely one in the chat for Jens. I mean, most people can probably guess, but that's his thank you, Anglosaurus, and God bless you too, mate. Yeah, he's just been through something very, very difficult, and by the sounds of it, he's doing well. So fair play, nice one, Scrubs. Good call, Broken Silence. Right, I'll see a few of you, I'm sure, in about 15 minutes. We'll leave in the usual way. There's a couple of minutes for you to improve the grift. It's all right. It's been all right, actually. You know what? I just looked at it. And because people have been doing a couple of quid here, they all build up. If everyone done 50p, we'd be laughing. Take it easy, people. I'll see a load of you in about 15 minutes. And bless you all. Have a cracking Saturday. And if you don't see me on that private stream, 4 o'clock, it will be 4 o'clock because I want to be up. I want to finish this fucking story. It's an amazing story. Join my Substack, link in the description. I'll never monetize that. See you later. Hit it, Bally G. Willow wants a link to the Scrub lifeboat. Anyone got it? Have a good day, Wolfie.
Everyone knows I'm gonna be the first man down. All my friends are sick of having me around. Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on, I've taken all a man can take. Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world don't watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater.
See you later, MSM.
Gonna lay my head.
Thank you, people, for hanging around today. I know I was a little bit confused. Maybe one day I'll smoke a biff live on the channel and you'll see how it's cultivator. There's the link to the Scrubs lifeboat. Oh, I used to live up there, you bastard. I used to live on Old Full Road.
get mad at
Oh,
people
someone's
get sad,
joined.
but at least they have a cause.
Someone's joined. Someone's become a scrub adventurer. It's Jens, you little bastard. Nice one, Jens. See you in about 15. I've got to ring the missus, basically. Ring the missus, have a piss, and then I'm done. I don't even know where I am in the chat now.
Going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head
See you later, Livy. Take care, love.
on the riverbed.
Look after yourself, John. Cheers. Nice one, Ralph. Take care, says who. Yes. Oh, you're not going to be around later, Skin Scar, 4 o'clock. Out buying gold. Have a nice one, Sal. See you later, Baz. What's the name? Yeah, me too. Fucking ain't Marvin all over. I think I might have myself a little sandwich. Someone else has joined. Let's see who that is. On the same page, you little bastard. Nice to see you, son. We'll be going live in about 10-15 minutes. If you don't get the link sent to your email, people, go to the community tab of my channel, yeah?
I'm going deep, deep down.
Nice one, HD. Someone else has joined, but that looks like Jens again. Paul Mumford. You need to Google Paul Mumford, YouTube, and it's called Deep Water. Jens, I think you've joined 3 times, mate. I'm not sure if you're over the worst of it after all. Oh no, Tech Roach has joined. No, I'm on later. Don't worry about that. I'll get a bit of kip in. Nice one, Tech Roach. Well, I'll see you all at 4. I'll see you scrub adventurers in about 10 minutes. I'm going to call the missus, get a bit of food in, smash myself over the head, smoke a couple of bifters, you know me, can't stop. And we'll have a right laugh. You can come on the screen. I'll try and get as many on you as... I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you later. Not so much later. And the rest of you, 4 o'clock UK time. Chill.